Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is John Bold, and this is not another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is going to be what is likely my first Magic the Gathering video. I've been in and out of a Discord server where they're playing or planning a Value Vintage Tournament, and I'm going to give it a shot. So for the uninformed, Vintage is the oldest format in Magic. You can basically play any of the cards. Some are restricted, meaning you can only have one of them because they're so powerful. And it's an extremely expensive format to play, but this is Value Vintage, meaning that the deck has to have a combined total price tag of less than $30 based on a particular website, TCG player. So here is my deck. Let us have it organized. I think organized by creatures is fine. So here, basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be playing a Death and Taxes deck. Basically means it should have some level of inevitability because I'm hoping to lock out the opponent while keeping an aggressive play style. So creatures like Champion of the Parish, when another human enters the battlefield, it's going to get +1/+1. I play a lot of humans, like Recruitment Soldier, Thraben Inspector, Luminarch Aspirant, Sanctifier, Thalia's Lieutenant, Elite Spellbinder, Sanctum Prelate, and Palace Jailer. And so then really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tax the opponent with different creatures that make it harder for the opponent to play. So for example, the go-to card for that is Thalia. It's going to make non-creature spells cost 1 more, meaning a lot of decks will revolve around spells that aren't creatures, and as you can see, I have a lot, and so they just cost extra, so they get to be less efficient than what I am going to be able to do. And I actually have an artifact that does the same thing. Other cards like Spirit of the Labyrinth, where each player can't draw more than 1 card each turn, is I think I'm kind of taking this on a whim. I'm not sure how good this is going to be. I could see this card being terrible for me, but it also might have certain matchups where it's great. Elite Spellbinder, when it enters the battlefield, I get to look at an opponent's hand, exile it, and for as long as that card is in exile, it's going to cost 2 colorless more to cast, so again, taxing them. Sanctum Prelate, I get to choose a converted mana cost, and non-creature spells with that converted mana cost can't be played. And then Palace Jailer, it's going to exile a creature, and then I become the Monarch. And Monarch essentially is if you can't, or at the end of the turn, if you're the Monarch, you get a draw card. To become the Monarch, you just have to deal combat damage to another player. Just playing some very basic lands. I got a couple castles just for funsies. Swords to Plowshares is how I'm going to exile my creatures, some of the most efficient removal. In the sideboard, this is where I think the deck might be getting punished hard because I don't know what to prepare for it because it's not like a known format, and it's kind of hard to get games in. So here's what I have. I have 2 Fragmentize, a way to kill artifacts and enchantments, kind of just generic card. Path to Exile, another great removal spell. Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace and the Sanctifier, just for any decks that might have a lot of graveyard shenanigans. An extra Spirit in case I run across a matchup where that particular card is great. Thalia, she's legendary, so I can only have 1 on the battlefield at any one given time. So I have a 3rd in the sideboard just to give me consistency if she ends up being super good. Anointed Peacekeeper, just again, another card that is going to make it harder for my opponent to cast particular spells. Fiend Hunter, just any maybe fair decks, if I run across a fair deck that maybe is playing like just big creatures and wants to attack, Fiend Hunter seems like it's going to be pretty good. And then a Gideon, ally of Zendikar, Planeswalker. I think I'm going to play this in case I run into some like control-y, grindy matchups where this might give me a little bit of inevitability. So I am in, as of right now, I think it's a 15-person tournament. We're going to see how I do. Hopefully I kill it. Hopefully, you guys also check in on, I will have the gameplay additionally as well in my feed. And if you're not into this sort of thing, just stick around. That Raid Shadow Legends content isn't going anywhere. And if you're here because of the Magic, check out my Raid Shadow Legends content. It's quite fun. We enjoy doing it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Oh, I can't do this. I can't pull this up because then it ruins my exit. Don't forget... Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, folks. And I'll see you on the other side.